Okay, we're looking at the first year core textbook, and this is mixed exercise 6, which is on circles. So we've got a line segment, which we're told is the diameter of a circle. We've got the coordinates of either end of that line segment. And then we're given a point P, which they come back to later in the question. Okay, so the first thing is to find the coordinates of C, which is the centre of the circle. Okay, so it's quite easy, I think, to overcomplicate this question, because if I just do a very, very rough sketch of a circle, so what have I got? I've got the coordinate 11, 12. It really doesn't matter if this is remotely accurate. Just want to illustrate what we're doing. Okay, and so I'm told that's the diameter. So I know it doesn't look it on my sketch, but that's going through the centre of the circle. So that's the point they want me to find. So that's basically just the midpoint of those. So C is going to be the midpoint of these two coordinates. So I'm going to do, for the x coordinate, it's 11 plus minus 5, all divided by 2. And for the y coordinate, it's 12 plus 0, all divided by 2. So that's going to be 6 divided by 2 and 12 divided by 2. Job done. Okay. Then we want the radius of the circle. Okay, so again, so two options. So the radius obviously is going to be half the diameter. So I could either find the distance between minus 5, 0 and C, because I've now worked out what C is, and that's just going to give me the radius. I could, just in case I've done something daft and made some kind of mistake here, I could also just go back and use those two and then halve it. So find the diameter and then halve it. So I'll take the second option. So then it just means that if I have made a mistake with C, it's not going to follow through for the rest of my working. So the diameter is going to be the distance between P and Q. So I'm going to do this one, subtract this one. So it's 11 minus 5 all squared, plus 12 minus 0 all squared, and then square rooted. So 16 squared plus 12 squared, square rooted. So the diameter is 20. So the radius is 10. And obviously that's the answer you would have got if you'd have just done the distance between either end of it and that midpoint, assuming our midpoint is correct. Okay, so write down the equation of the circle. Okay, so the clue in the wording there is write down. So they're basically telling us that we've got the information. Just got to get it written down in a clear form. So equation of a circle, x minus the x coordinate of the centre squared, plus y minus the y coordinate of the centre all squared, equals the radius squared. Okay, so that you need to make sure you know that. Okay, and then show that P lies on the circle. Okay, so that's fine. So P had the coordinate, so I told you at the start, didn't I? So P is 13, 6. Okay, so I've basically just got to show that 13, 6 works in that equation. That's going to be the quickest way to do it. So if x is 13 and y is 6, yeah, I can see that is going to work, because those first brackets will be 10 squared, those second brackets will be 0 squared. So I end up with 100 equals 100. So yeah, that works. So P lies on the circle. Okay, so that makes me think our previous answers are probably all correct as well, because we did, if my centre or my radius had been wrong, then this probably wouldn't have worked, but we will just double check. Yeah, I think we've got all that.